They have been really our heroes. I'm talking about the many, many healthcare frontline workers who fought for us, who fought with us. We need to recognize them. And a very special online event was held for this very special reason. Kensington Health Heroes. TLN Media Group was a very proud sponsor, media sponsor of the event. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with the special guests, Caroline Taylor, Queen of the Canadian Comedy.
Hello, hi Antonio.
And RuschDrutz, CEO of Kensington Health Foundation.
It's good to see you, Antonio, and hello again, Carolyn.
Hello, Corinne.
Caroline, I would like to start with you. You were the MC for this special event. Can I ask you, why did you decide to be part of it?
Well, I mean, I know certainly when, the pandemic hit, we were all just, no one knew what to do. And while most of us were just hiding at home, making sourdough bread and just trying to, watching Netflix and just trying to get through the days, it occurred to me, of course, there are so many people who either don't have that option, who are there caring for people in long-term care, and at Kensington Health, especially, that is dear to my heart because my mom was a resident at Kensington Health, and she passed away just before the pandemic hit in 2019. And the care she received was excellent and so personalized and beautiful. And so, of course, when everything happened with COVID, my mind went to Kensington and thinking about all the residents there and the staff and how they were going to be able to get through this time. And of course, just as a comedian, I'm like, I'm not a hero. I have nothing to contribute, but the contributions they're making were so very real. So I thought if I could help in any way, this is one way I could. Watching the videos and the testimonials from caregivers, personal support workers, doctors, and all the support network at Kensington Health, you just see how people, how compassion, caring, and expertise were all at the forefront and making them real heroes in this time.
Corinne, can I ask you to tell us something more about Kensington Health? What's special about it?
Well, the first thing that's special about it is that it is like a family. So the thing about community is like a village of your friends and neighbors and, those who are closest to you, and community care just does just that. And it has care right at the center of it. So when you get healthcare, we tend to immediately think about something really big and, industrial, like a hospital that is a massive system. But community care is local and it cares for you where you are. It can be, less anxious making. It can give you the same kinds, if not different or better supports. And certainly it offers everyone in the community accessible ways to get the healthcare that they need. And that's really the most important thing. You might not necessarily know Kensington, but you probably, those who are local to the market have walked by us many, many times. We actually take up nearly 3 acres in Midtown. And that comprises all of our, residential care programs along with clinical programs. So great ways to get local accessible care very close to home. We fundraise regularly. So, there's the healthcare center and then there's the foundation. And this was a foundation event in support of our healthcare center. And we do that because government supports what we do in healthcare, but, funding only goes so far. And for some of our services, actually, government only supports up to 60%. That means the other 40% has to come from somewhere. And from Kensington's perspective, all of that comes from philanthropy. And so if we didn't have a community of supporters, then we wouldn't actually be able to do and provide the accessible service that we do. So yes, people can absolutely become involved. This is true of healthcare in general. And you can go to kensingtonhealth.org. /donate and continue to support us. But there's lots of ways to learn about how you can support with your time, support with, your effort, bring someone a meal, do a friendly visit. There's lots of ways to get involved. Community involves people. And that's part of where the care comes from.
Which other activities are you planning in the future?
The next big event will be in the fall. That will be in September on the 11th, or the 12th rather, and it's the Kensington Hike. And we do a hike in support of our hospice care. Hospice is a really, really important part of community care, especially for those at end of life. Kensington is expanding our hospice, and we really ensure that, you know, those who are at end of life get really important critical care without burdening hospitals, where we need to keep those places free. If the pandemic's taught us anything, it's the value of keeping hospitals free for urgent care.
Caroline Taylor and Corinne RuschDrutz, thank you very much for being with us.